Computer. Load file 145 from April 23, 2025.
Yes, sir. Loading file 145 from April 23, 2025. File loaded.
What we pod here is go cast. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I'm the fun of that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm gonna cut out the mistake I made. But, yeah.
What mistake? What do you mean? Nothing ever happened.
Yeah. No, nothing happened. Anyway, welcome everyone to the Justice Idiots podcast, the worst show on the internet, but that's besides the point.
I don't know, man. Dude, it's one of the best shows ever to exist.
I mean,
Okay.
We're not. I guess we're not, like grifters, but yeah. But we're up there in just, I guess, in terms of production quality. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I meant up. By up I meant down there in terms of production quality. Yeah.
Hey, we're
doing our best. Quipping mean.
Jeff, we have the full right to be mean. This is theoretically, whatever. Anyway, welcome everyone back to, I said that already. I'm your host, Josh Meschlad. Here with me as always, Pressy, that one pretzel, and Jeff the Joof. Yeah.
Hi.
So we're here to talk about fun things that have gone on in the news cycle and, this shit that's been... They're sending women to space, it's crazy.
You can't say that.
But it's
can't.
But it's what's happening. It's what's happening.
I mean, I agree, but, you can't just say things like that.
Well, we might as well just get on into this first topic of the women in space. Guys, they put women in space. But this Blue Origin flight, it's been the talk of the town. Everyone's talking about another Blue Origin flight because it's Jeff Bezos' space thing, and Jeff Bezos really wants to be Elon Musk with all of his spaceship thingy bobbers, but I guess he hasn't. I don't know if he's crashed any yet, like Musk has, but yeah.
No one can take that away from Elon Musk. All them. The record of most crashed spaceships, I imagine.
I don't know. There is probably a lot of crashed rockets in the space race, but I'm not. Look, I'm not the one. I'm not one to count. Except
I did count, and Elon Musk did more. I don't even care if that's true. But
yeah, welcome back to Fake News Hour. But yeah, this was the 31st mission to space. What the fuck? How many Blue Origin motherfuckers have they been doing? How many origins have these guys blue, Like, yeah.
That's pretty good, Jeff.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Thing of... Okay, this is just a meme I found. Never mind. I looked at fucking live footage of Katy Perry's spaceship from r/regular show, and it was just a clip of the show where a spaceship went from one parking lot to another or some shit. I don't know. It's probably it's funny, but yeah. So there's a big space thing. Katy Perry was up there. So was Gail of Oprah fame, and also I don't know, other women. Whoever
shares your knowledge of women.
Jeff Bezos' fiance was up there. It was a big fucking corny, we're putting women in space because, it's not like their rights are being taken away as we speak.
People are like starving to death. People are losing rights.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad these rich women got to go to space for 20 minutes.
Yeah. You know what? Good for them. They deserve it.
Yeah. People have been on like a Katy Perry, an anti-Katy Perry spiel recently, which I kind of get. For those who don't know, she's known to have worked with an abuser. On some music, I think his name was like Dr. Luke or whatever. It's a whole other can of worms. And then she's also just she's just kind of corny.
I don't know why, but I thought for a second you were gonna say quirky.
I mean, I mean that too. She's a little quirky, you know. When she was in space, she sung "It's a Wonderful World," which is like the corniest off thing you could fucking sing, other than like I don't know, fucking Starman by David Bowie. But even Starman, that's cool. But yeah, I like Starman. But yeah, and she's just corny, I think, is the most thing, which sucks because I like her music quite a bit more than some other pop stars.
Really?
I don't know. I think I've always been a Katy Perry over Taylor Swift kind of girly.
Katy Perry does fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially her from her mid 2000s to mid 2000s stuff.
I don't know, man. I'm a classic Taylor fan. I'm a Swiftie.
Leave right now. Leave.
No, Jeff's just trying to buy it. He's just trying to get in the good graces of the Swifties.
That's true.
Yeah.
She did have she did have some good songs. Love Story.
Yeah. Yeah, Love Story. The
Our Song. That one was good. I like that one.
Yeah, Our Song.
Is that not what it was called?
No, that's what it was called. It's just.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were laughing, so I thought.
No, it's called Our Song.
Okay. That one fucks. The one where God, I don't even remember what this one was called.
The Romeo song is Love Story, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Romeo, take me. I wanna be killed.
Copyright.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. And then people were mocking her. I know one of the Wendy's accounts were like, "Can we send her back when she got back to the shit when she landed?" It was pretty funny, especially because she kissed the ground like a corny fucking. Yeah. And she also said she regrets doing the flight. Like, oh boo-hoo. Just fucking.
Yeah, a little too late.
Pal. You got to
really chart territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to fucking experience the wonders of the cosmos, and you regret it because some people were mean to you. Fucking, shut up.
Yeah, don't be corny next time.
Don't be corny next time. You guys know that there's only like 3 people who have actually died in space. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I know this.
Good. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if it was 0, but it's crazy. Like out of all the space stuff that we've done, it's just I know this because I'm in a history elective class right now, and I wrote a research paper about the space race, so I just have a bunch of fucking space nonsense going around in my mind from the the Cold War era. Put a pin in that. We might be talking about something like that for our deep dive, which
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the Content Cop. It's kind of
back.
Yeah, man. This truly we're in the next Great Depression.
Okay.
Yeah, because Content Cop it's back. He made a Content Cop on H3H3, which is if you told me that was going to happen in 2017, I would have. You would have. I would have fucking. I would have believed you because those guys are kind of tight, and he was even in fucking. Who is it? Ethan was even in. I think the last one about Rice Gum. Yeah. So it's it's quite the turn of events. So yeah, there was a Content Cop. On H3, it was a full hour and 6 minutes long. It had tons of guests.
I just want to say, I'm sorry to interrupt, I just want to say, I looked it up, and right below it, there's a video from Ethan Klein that was uploaded 1 day ago saying, Idapt and Hassan's situation keep getting worse.
Okay.
And I'm very curious to see what it's about, because it's only 7 minutes.
I swear, this guy won't shut the fuck up about Hassan.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know.
A lot of that's kind of what I think the bulk of it was, because even fucking whoever, I mean, iDubbbz did bring on Hassan, or I guess Hassan, or it's the other way around, because Hassan was in the beginning of the content cop for a bit, and so are a bunch of other, like, lefty political streamers and whatnot, but yeah, it's an interesting it's an interesting video. I want to read some comments. Oh shit, fuck. The top comment on this video is, now this is a recession indicator. So that's yeah. And then there's also people being like, since the last content cop, I have gotten 2 degrees and had 3 children, which is crazy because the last one was like 2017, so you'd have to have like, I mean, I guess it's plausible, but
like, good for you, man.
Yeah, good lord.
Like, you be fucking.
I mean, some of these are probably fucking fake, because this one says, since the last content cop, I became an addict, addicted to drugs, got clean, got extremely fit in the gym, got promoted, relapsed for 1 year, lost everything, and got clean again. Maybe that's real, I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like fucking, yeah.
I mean, this
is why is it a fake one?
Look, this was coming from a guy with a McLovin profile picture, so it's it's kind of hard to take serious.
It's all alleged. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Ex-addicts aren't allowed to be funny and interesting, huh, Judge?
I don't know. I'm just saying. This is a huge day for leftists who are edgy and teens in 2017. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of like good response to the content cop, but a lot of people who think iDubbbz he drank the woke Kool-Aid are mad about it or whatever. And yeah, it's a whole situation. Yeah, and then Ethan responded to the content cop like 4 different times or something, because he made a 4-hour long fucking stream responding to it on his podcast channel. Yeah, that's the one. And yeah, it's I don't know, man. This just feels like it's sometimes. I think Ethan was like, I was nice to you, I was nice to you back in the day. I was nice when fucking people were attacking your wife and whatever. And look, it's, he's pulling that card like you can't be criticized by your friends.
Like, shit, things change, buddy. I hate to say it.
Yeah. Bro, things have changed a lot in the last, fucking 8 years. Oh yeah, also Creator Clash 3 is happening. I don't think he talked about that, but...
Wait, what?
Creator Clash 3 is happening. I don't know when, but like, we'll talk about it.
I don't know what that is.
It's the
That's the whole boxing match thing.
Yeah, it's iDubbbz's whole boxing thing.
Okay.
Oh, it's happening this June, so yeah, we'll talk about it when it happens, but fucking...
Oh my god, Pride Month, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's happening. It's happening.
All the boxers need to wear gay boxing gloves.
It's happening at the end of June, so that's like, it's like fucking whatever. It's like the
cherry on top, Yeah.
I was gonna say like diminishing returns, but fucking different strokes for different folks.
Exactly.
So
go up stroking they folks.
Yeah. Stupid. Fucking stroke your folks, Jeff. You fucking... Yeah, we'll talk about content or Creator Clash when it comes out. But as for the content cop, I thought it was... I gave it 1 thumbs up out of 2 thumbs up. And I
that's a
was...
50%, dude. Holy shit, that must suck.
Not a bad rating.
Look, I give it a thumbs up out of a thumbs up. I don't know. Fucking, what do you want from me, Jeff? I'm not.
Wow, 100%. That's a lot. Oh my god, it must be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take those 2 answers and Jeff's response, and those will be my 2 answers. I'll cut out which one is the is the whatever.
It's a secret little surprise for anybody watching this far.
Yeah. Yeah, 14 minutes in, but yeah, that's that.
Yes, let's be honest with ourselves.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. All right. I guess let's move on. Fucking, so yeah, Pope died. That was a...
My bad,
Yeah,
guys.
cool. Now that we covered that.
No, we're not gonna just say Pope died and that's it, okay?
I know.
Because it's a big event, you know, for some people, not me. I don't.
This is the cap lifting Mjolnir of the world. You know what I mean?
People are cheering about it or something? Is that what you're saying, Chef?
It's just a major event. Everybody knows about it, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's not a perfect analogy, Josh. You can't expect perfection from me.
Yeah, I never do.
We're trying.
But
You're gonna fucking kill me.
no, Chef, don't. Yeah, Mr. Francis. By the way, I don't know why all popes changed their name, because this guy, it says that he was born Jorge Mario Bergoglio. I mean, that doesn't...
Mario?
Yeah. He could have been Pope Mario. That would have been fucking...
That would have been fucking awesome. Nintendo would have had a field day.
Yeah, Nintendo would have destroyed the Catholic Church. Yeah, fucking send a... Fucking...
Yo, do you think people call him Frankie? You know? Or well, called him Frankie,
Yeah.
sorry.
His close friends called him Frankie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely that's what I would have if I was buddies with him. I would have called him Frankie. Yeah,
I would have called him Mario.
yeah. That's crazy. I feel like that's dead naming, but like, granted, I don't know, man. Yeah, he died Monday the 21st. Yeah, like a day after Easter, I think, and also 2 days after meeting the Antichrist JD Vance. Yeah, that was a whole...
JD Vance, you heard it here first, folks. JD Vance murdered... You didn't hear it first here.
Yeah, fucking everyone's been memeing on it, the fact that JD Vance, you know, probably killed the Pope. Or at least, you know, might not have killed him, but I think... Like, if that was the last person I saw, all life would probably drain out of me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I've been seeing was a lot of like the Pope dying on Easter.
Yeah, it's
making it not one of the holiest days ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw something like fucking Pope Francis has the chance to do the funniest thing in 3 days or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh man, it'd be funny if he came back, but no, he had like fucking I think double pneumonia. He was out of it for a while. I'm pretty sure. So it makes it even worse that Vance fucking visited him while he was sick. But yeah.
So do we just not have a pope right now?
Yeah, no, it's to be determined. So the way they choose the Pope is interesting. It's basically they just kind of voted in, which is kind of weird. But
I nominate Doom Guy.
Politics.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, what did you say?
I nominate Doom Guy. He...
Doom Guy could do it.
He is canonically Pope-worthy, dude. He's canonically Pope-worthy.
Yeah, nominate a fictional fucking character. Fucking...
John, the whole thing's fictional! That's your whole motto!
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, I don't... Look, I think they already have, like, a couple of candidates. It's, like, 2 white guys, an Asian guy, and a black guy. Or something. They're like cardinals, you know. There's a whole layer to this thing about how they nominate it. They like do a vote, which I thought this guy was supposed to be chosen by God and not chosen by a vote, but you know, fucking whatever.
Yeah. Maybe it's like they pray and then God tells them who to vote for, you know.
I guess, yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna pretend like I respect any of this. So.
Look, I'm just saying, politics ruins everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we already have
the Christianity.
Yeah, we already have the first Pope who played Undertale, so I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was the Pope who did play Undertale.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's dead. What's the point anymore, you know?
The first Pope to play Undertale. Yeah, that's
what
the
best
remember.
Pope already happened, you know?
Yeah, that's what we'll remember, not the fact that he was...
we don't need any more.
not the fact that by many accounts he was kind of a woke pope, you know. I mean, not as woke as a pope you can get, you know, which is fucking.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't like homophobic, so that's a pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it does say successor to be determined. I don't know. There's gonna be there's a 2025 papal conclave. So yeah, the conclave is how they announce. Yeah, so I guess
the conclave is the bad guys from Fallout 2, I think.
Yeah, yeah, probably. I don't. I didn't play the game, but yeah. So we'll probably know in the next. Sometimes it takes a while. I'm pretty sure because it's like it has to be like a 2/3 majority of the people, the cardinals who vote on, becomes the next pope, and then it's like and then if they don't make the vote, black smoke comes out of the chimney of the Vatican, but if they do, white smoke comes out. I wonder what happens if they like other color smoke. Like what happens when red color smoke comes out, you know? I think that would be...
What if they do rainbow smoke for Pride Month?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man, that will definitely not fucking turn a bunch of terrible people against them, but
oh, womp womp.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, you know, this guy, Pope Francis, he was pretty neat. And, you know, I could respect the man himself, you know, especially compared to the last one, because I think the last one was like a Nazi, but, you know.
Which is wild, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think he was forced to be one because of where he was born or whatever, but it's still kind of like...
Yeah, because his God told him to.
That's crazy.
That's fucking wild.
That's crazy. Oh man, that's I mean, he was born in Germany, so yeah. He was also still alive when fucking he like I guess he like retired or something, which is weird because usually the popes stay until they're dead. But the last one retired and then died.
Hashtag not my pope, dude.
Yeah, man.
That guy.
Yeah.
Imagine retiring as the pope.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's wackadoo. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever's gonna happen is it's out of our fucking jurisdiction, but I don't know. Hopefully they choose a neat guy, like a chill. Can we get another chill pope? You know.
You know what? No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it. I officially elect myself as the next pope.
That's not how any of this works.
No. What if we got evil pope, dude? That would be crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Double pope.
Evil pope, man.
Evil pope.
Good pope and evil pope.
Yeah,
he just does run stealing candy from babies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yin and yang of pope.
I wonder if they keep like the blood of the pope as like, you know. It's like
maybe they do it like maybe it's a Walt Disney's Frozen Head situation.
You know, what if they mix the Pope's blood into the communion one? You know,
yeah. What if they mix the Pope's blood and what if they have all the Pope's blood and they mix it together and then they're trying to make an Ultra Pope?
yeah, that's evil Pope, dude. That's how they make him.
That's evil Pope. That's fucking crazy. Evil Pope. Fuck. I know what the title of the fucking video is gonna be. Fucking evil Pope. Man. Yeah. Oh yeah. R.I.P. to the big Francis. Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah. Frankie. Yeah. Let's hope the next guy is a chilled guy. You know, to resurrect a fucking dead meme. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, let's... Mario Kart 8... Or not Mario Kart 8, fuck, that was the last one. The World Direct. Mario Kart World Direct.
I like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that... I didn't see it, but I know about the fucking, like, price shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, we did talk about the prices for fucking... we didn't talk... we talked about the Switch prices, but we didn't talk about the individual game prices, and the fact that fucking Mario Kart World is a $90 physical game, which is fucking bananas, ludicrous, fucking...
Like the musician?
Yeah. No,
yeah, like that one State Farm commercial.
What? This is ludicrous.
I get it. I get what you're
saying. Someone call for ludicrous? Fucking shut up. I get it. I understand. But yeah, the Mario Kart. Yeah, it's crazy. Fucking. I mean, I feel like we're in the $60 sweet spot for a while, and we've been like trying to like. like hang on to it as long as we can. And if there's anyone to make the jump to, you know, higher game prices, it's Big Red. It's the Big N.
Yeah. Well,
that's what they're called. They're the Big N, you know? They're
okay, I don't know about that.
No, they're the Big N. Everyone knows.
Just call them Nintendo.
No, I'm gonna call them the Big N, or I'm gonna call them Red, like Punisher calls Daredevil. Okay.
I prefer the Big.
All right, Josh, you won me over. I fucked up this time.
Yeah. What a fucking Punisher going into Nintendo. Look, Red. Fucking.
Dude, I'm so on board now, Josh. You've no idea.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of people are bringing up the fact that, you know, like some N64 games costed like upwards of $80, which, like, I understand, but that was the 90s. This is a different time, you know. Fucking, the Twin Towers were still up back in the day, you know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Like, I know this is kind of like an old bit, but like, I've seen people say like they wanted to call the system Super Switch so bad, but they didn't want another Wii U situation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it is very streamlined and like the fucking, you know, add in a number, you know, it's very much the PS, like
I feel like I'm about to watch like a movie.
The PlayStation route. It's basically that.
Switch 2.
Yeah, the Switch 2. Whatever. I hate the name, but yeah, the Mario Kart 8 or Mario. I keep saying 8. Fucking Mario Kart World Direct came out. And it basically just showed us a bunch of the same shit of just, you know, it was barely a direct. It was like 16 minutes. But
yeah, I haven't even watched it.
It was basically just going over some of the same shit. You know, how you can drive around in like free play world or the free roam. There was I need to find like a summary. Probably not a summary because no one cared about the direct. But Mario Kart World, every announcement. Yeah, okay, this is good. Thank you, Nintendo Life. Yeah. So there was, there was some stuff that they did that were interesting because you could go by the Yoshi's Burger place and like get a meal, and that's how you unlocked costumes. That's a neat way of unlocking costumes. You just go to a restaurant. It's kind of weird, but it's like the Nintendo weird charm. There's courses, so there's Mario Bros. Circuits, Crown City, which is a city, Salty Speedway, that's, classic double word name and convention of Nintendo, Starview Peak, Boo Cinema, oh yeah, there's a cinema, that's pretty cool, then there's Toad's Factory was back in. That's pretty.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it was good to see Toad's Factory. I love me some Toad's Factory. And Peach Beach was also there, and so is Wario Shipyard / Galleon. For all the other whoever got that version of it, I guess. And then there's gonna be like day and nights to each courses. That's neat. Yeah, and then guys, we got characters. Guys, you know who's gonna be in this game? Fucking Mario.
No fucking way, man.
Damn.
And also,
I heard that, dude.
Yeah.
I heard that they almost didn't include him in the last one, so I'm glad they brought him back in there.
And they also got Luigi and Peach, Bowser, and Yoshi. Yeah, and then also new drivers, Goomba. And Spike.
Which, can I say, how can that fucker drive?
I don't know, man. There's a fucking.
They got no hands.
There's the fucking dry bones fish that you can play as that in the fucking in the game. So like, how could a fish drive a car? Is I don't know. Goombas at least.
I generally fuck with like enemies as drivers, but like when that's. I feel like they could have done so much. There's so many fucking characters in Mario.
Yeah, man. They need to like. I'd like them to go into the lesser explored world parts of Mario. Like
it sickens me to say, but like get Toadsworth.
Exactly. Fucking Toadsworth is such a forgotten character, and people love him.
I'd love Egad. Would be great.
Egad would be fucking.
Oh my god! Imagine Egad driving that. Wasn't it like the Poltergeist cart in DS?
I mean, I guess there was,
Yeah.
Was he
imagine Egad driving that.
But like
Okay.
Sorry, I was stuttering, and you guys. What was I thinking?
They should
Oh yeah, Rob is like a car, isn't he?
yeah, oh yeah, they made Rob into a car. Yeah.
Well, they could have just given him a car. Why did they make him a
Into
car?
a bike though.
Yeah, look,
Oh,
it's
poor guy.
I don't. Yeah, man, it was brutal. They fucking ripped him apart and
They
assembled him.
murdered him. They killed him.
Yeah, they murdered Rob and put him back together as a car. But yeah, Cow. It disappoints me that it's just called Cow because I thought it would be funny if it was called Moo Moo.
Yeah. It's their meadows.
Yeah, man.
It's Moo
Literally,
Meadows.
yeah.
It ain't called Cow Meadows, fucking. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then Lakitu, and then yeah, there's other shit. Yeah, there's 24 racers in each race, which is pretty neat. And then there's other cars that like shoot bullet bills on itself, and Hammer Bros, and that shoot they throw hammers, and you can throw hammers too. It's like an item.
No fucking way, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and they hinted at Rainbow Road as unlock a certain colorful course too. So yeah, that'll be fun because especially how would you drive to that? I guess you need to like launch to a cannon or something.
Yeah, I would imagine it's like a cannon situation.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then yeah, the knockout tour where you make sure you stay in the race. You gotta stay in the race. Items. There's a coin shell. That's pretty cool. You throw a shell out, it leaves a trail of coins, but anyone can get the coins, so be careful where you throw it. Ooh.
Yeah, hold on.
There's the ice flowers.
Toss one of the points at a newborn. Why not?
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. I don't. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
No, that's funny.
I'm feeling.
But yeah, coin. Yeah, there's the ice flower, the hammer, the mega mushroom returns. So that's neat. And then the feather.
I thought that was kind of cool.
The feather is cool. I guess. I mean, though I think you can like jump on your own if you like do certain tricks or something. I don't know. And then Kamek is also an item too, which is strange. I guess you can just transform the racers into other objects or something, or swap shit around. I mean, it's pretty cool as like a mechanic. And then there's support stuff, tilt control, smart stealing, auto accelerate, blah blah blah. You could fucking
Moving on.
Yeah, there's food. Yeah, the food we talked about where you can go through and unlock costumes and shit. Yeah, new tricks. So the first trick is the charge jump, a mini turbo trick while you charge by holding down the slide button while moving in a straight line. So yeah, there's a jump you can do, so it kind of makes the feather. I mean, I guess maybe the feather is the only thing that can really avoid certain objects, and maybe the charge jump is more. I don't know. Maybe the charge items will follow you if you charge jump. I'm not sure, but yeah. And then you can also ride on walls, so that's pretty cool. It's like that one Call of Duty game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's also the rewind feature, so you can actually reverse yourself back in a race. So if you miss a jump or something, or want a different, I don't know, you missed an item box, you can rewind and go back. But everyone else keeps moving forward if you rewind. So make sure you use your rewind right. It's rewind time.
Stop.
Yeah. And then there's other modes, of course, time trials, versus, battle mode. Yeah, the balloon battle's back. Coin runners is free roam. So you can go around different courses and shit. The free roam is pretty cool. And you can find hidden shit, across the world. Coins, hidden panels, and more is what they say. Oh yeah, and then there's a photo mode, so you can take pictures of your racer, or do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, typical shit. Multiplayer, yeah, I think that's it. It's a very small direct. Like I keep saying Mario Kart 8 is because the Mario Kart 8 direct was actually like really fucking good at the time, because it started with like that what was it? It was like the someone eating the Donkey Kong cereal, and it kept on like hitting people with information, just like back and forth. It was like a bunch of information.
Now, wait, hold on.
It was good.
Is Donkey Kong cereal a real thing?
Yeah, it was a real thing. It was a real thing in the 80s. I mean, I don't think they make it anymore, Presley.
Nintendo.
There is
Nintendo, look, buddy. I know you're watching this.
No,
Give
they
the people what they
fucking are
want.
not.
Yes, they are. Yes. I see you, Dave, working at Nintendo at your fucking desk office.
Bro.
I
No,
see you
you
there.
know Dave by name. I believe you now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, talk to me about it, man. Like,
There's also
give the people what they want. We
Donkey
want
Kong.
we want the Donkey Kong cereal back.
There's Donkey Kong Jr. cereal as well. And then
Dave.
there's that Mario cereal. I think I still have the box for that because I ate it. It was just like Mario.
You ate the bot. Oh,
Yeah, I ate it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Dad.
yeah, I got really hungry one day. I ate the box. Stupid. Yeah. Donkey Kong cereal is like it's a relic of the '80s, Presley. You're not gonna get Nintendo to fucking reboot Donkey
Look.
Kong cereal.
Look,
that easy.
we can bring it back. We can bring it back.
I don't know, man. I think
I know that's a fact. I know Dave's watching out there, buddy.
you are just
I got
saying
you,
a random fucking male name, and you're just.
No, I'm not. I would never.
bro doesn't know Dave.
Shut the
What I'm
fuck up.
saying.
Fuck you. That's kind of it for our discussion. But I have an interesting deep dive of sorts to go over.
Now, Josh, hang on. I should note that we have never had a good deep dive to date. So this better.
Yeah, true.
asshole.
No. Remember the fucking? It was like national tragedies or some shit you had reading out, dude.
Well, I mean, this is not going to be any better. But no, look, those were first of all, those were very good and informative. Second of all, we've had good deep dives. We've done the Assassin's Creed. We've done Fuck, there's got to be more.
Yeah, exactly, motherfucker.
No,
Put the prize in the bag, bro. Just read the list.
The 4chan deep dive was fun. That was a fun one. It got us a good thumbnail out of it, at least. You know, Gollum drowned in the mountains of Mount 4chan or something. You know, that was a fun episode.
Josh, I'm gonna be so honest with you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look, you'll understand it when we eventually rank our thumbnails and titles. That's an idea I've had in the back of my mind, but you know, fucking
Yeah.
the only way to get these ideas out is to put a fucking bullet in my head. Anyway,
I don't know if that's how you should do that, man.
but it's the only way. But anyway, no, this deep dive is an interesting deep dive. So, remember how I said about the Cold War thing, putting a pin in that? It's kind of about that, because while doing my going through my history elective, I found a page on World War III. Keep going. Wikipedia, and there's a thing under the World War III Wikipedia page called Historical Close Calls, and there's quite a few of them. So I thought, might as well read through some of these.
Oh god.
That's real comforting, Josh.
Yeah, look, Jeff, look around us right now. This is the perfect time to be talking about this.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
World War III right around the corner.
I
Like,
know of a really I probably can't even say that, but
yeah.
I know of a fairly good way to circumvent World War III, and I just
Jeff, I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. It might, but like, I'm not saying it is. Anyway, so let's go through this historical close calls section on the World War III Wikipedia page. Also, this might be. I did it. Great to take this with a grain of salt. I do have my dad's girlfriend has said she had a friend who like monitors like the I think like the tension between Taiwan and China, who said that World War III has already started. So you know that's a fun start.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just keep
Let's
that.
draft.
Yeah, keep. yeah. Let's draft. Fucking shut up. Anyway, so the first historical close call, guys, was the Korean War. Any Korean War fans out here? Yeah.
Woo!
I wouldn't cheer for that.
It was mid.
Yeah.
It was mid.
I mean, historically, yeah, it is one of the more mid wars because it kind of ended in like
Exactly.
it ended in a draw basically. Korean War. It was the war between two coalitions fighting for control in the Korean Peninsula, a communist coalition in North Korea, that included North Korea, China, and the Soviet Union, and then the capitalist coalition of South Korea, the United States, and the United Nations Command. So, basically, it was basically a proxy war for us. The U.S. took the side of South Korea. The other guys took the side of North Korea.
I don't know what a proxy war is, so I'm not gonna lie to you, Jess.
It's like
Yeah.
Give me a second. Look. I was about to talk on my ass, but I should be. Let me actually find the definition. Political science: a proxy war is an armed conflict where at least one of the belligerents is directed or supported by an external third-party power. So it's basically just like supported. It's just a war of support. Yeah. So that was the first time, because a lot of people thought the Korean War would escalate into something bigger, but it didn't. So that's nice. Anyway, next one, Berlin Crisis, June 4th to November 9th, 1961. Any Berlin Crisis fans there?
Boo! Saying that, man. You gotta stop saying that.
Look, we can talk about this because this is the past, okay? And it's not like, it's not like this is, it's not like this, shaped our history and is why we're in the fucking, current situation we're in or something, or I don't know. But the Berlin Crisis was a political military confrontation between armed forces of the U.S. and the USSR at Checkpoint Charlie. What's Checkpoint Charlie? Okay.
I think he prefers Checkpoint Charles.
Fuck you. It's just checkpoints. Okay, so it's just a point where the Berlin Wall was at some point. Yeah, funny wall. Yeah. Yeah, so it with both American and Soviet East German tanks on the troops at the standoff of each other, only 100 yards on each side of the checkpoint. The reason behind the confrontation was the occupation. I can't say this right. Occupational status of German capital city Berlin and of post World War II Germany. So we all know about the Berlin Wall and that whole thing. They basically divided Germany in half, and gave one side to America and the other side to fucking the other guys.
Yeah. The other guys.
I keep calling them the other guys. It's the Soviet Union. They don't exist anymore. We can make fun of them. Yeah. And then, all right, next one, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Any Cuban Missile Crisis fans?
Okay.
Woo!
Don't.
So the Cuban Missile Crisis is a fun one because it was after JFK failed the Bay of Pigs invasion. He kind of got some redemption points with this thing of how he handled it, because there were the U.S. the Soviet Union was going to put nuclear missiles in Cuba, just as like either threatened, like a threat or a promise, of that shit was going to happen, because we had like nuclear missiles in Turkey, and yeah, so. Yeah, here, I guess I can just read this. It's a confrontation on the station of Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba in response to the failed Bay of the Pigs invasion. It's considered to have been the closest to a nuclear exchange, which would have precipitated a third world war. And it peaked on October 27th, with 3 separate major incidents occurred on the same day. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so there was the most critical incident occurred when a Soviet submarine nearly launched a nuclear-tipped torpedo in response to having been targeted by American naval depth charges in international waters, with the Soviet nuclear launch response only having been prevented by Soviet Navy executive officer Valery Arkhipov. Well, anyway, 07 to him. He was
Yeah.
Yeah, the shooting down of a Lockheed U-2 spy plane piloted by Rudolph Anderson while violating Cuban airspace, and the near interception of another U-2 that had strayed into Soviet airspace over Siberia. which airspace violations nearly caused the Soviets to believe that this might be in a vanguard of the U.S. aerial bombardment. Okay, so, basically a lot of fucking I don't know, a bunch of misinputs could have caused the end of the world is what I'm is
misinput, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, it's basically that. Despite what many people believe to be the closest the world has come to a nuclear conflict throughout the entire standoff, the Doomsday Clock, which is run by the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist, is to estimate how close the end of the world or Doomsday is, with midnight being the apocalypse. Stayed at a relative stable 7 minutes to midnight. Okay, so
why don't they just turn it back to like 6? You know.
Yeah, man. Why don't they just keep?
Yeah.
Why don't they just keep?
No need to make it complicated.
Because then all the bad things would just stop happening.
Well, you know what? Let's compromise. Let's put it at noon. Okay. Let's
honestly, noon is way. Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Well, look, it had to be I assume it's like a military clock or something. So it's like the full.
Wait, no, but if they put it at 12:01. Then we'll never die. We'll be invincible.
we're gonna be title card, fucking. Yeah. This has been explained as being due to the brevity of the crisis, since the clocks monitored more long-term factors such as leadership of countries, conflicts, wars, and political upheaval. Okay, so it's
where are we at now?
Look, man, I don't know. I don't know. Look up the Doomsday Clock, Jeff, and see.
Who doesn't have Google?
I'm reading things off of this Wikipedia. I'll Doomsday. Also, fucking cool name for a clock.
It fucks, honestly.
Yeah.
It says, oh god.
Why does it say 89 seconds to midnight?
Okay.
I don't like that.
Hang on. Let me do the math here. That's a minute and a half.
Well, it's been a good run, guys.
Yeah.
What if we're just sitting here and it goes 88?
Yeah.
87.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
I hear a pin drop in the distance. Fucking. Oh man. That's fun. Anyway.
And I mean, for what it's worth, it is getting closer over the years.
Yeah.
Something that's.
Let's just hope it's Let's just hope the clock can reset at some point.
I mean, in the past year, it's only gone down a second, so I think that that pretty much means it's good.
So in the next 89 years, I'm guessing, is when it's gonna...
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Which I mean, I'll be long dead before then. Let's be honest.
I'll kill myself before then, but.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Anyway. All right. Next close call, guys. The Sino-Soviet border conflicts. Any fans of the Sino-Soviet border?
You gotta stop.
I'm kind of neutral on it, honestly.
You gotta stop asking if they're fans.
I've seen better border conflicts.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. So it was a 7-month undeclared military border war between the Soviet Union and China at the height of the Sino-Soviet split in 1969. Nice. Also, this happened September 11th, 1969. I feel like that day is cursed. The most serious of these border clashes, which brought the world's 2 largest communist states to the brink of war, occurred in March 1969 in the vicinity of Zhenbao or Damansky Island on the Ussuri or Wusuli River near Manchuria. So so it resulted in a ceasefire with return to the status quo. That's epic. Critics pointed out that Chinese attack on Zhenbao was to deter any potential future Soviet invasions. By killing some Soviets, China demonstrated that it could not be bullied and that Mao wanted to teach them a better lesson. Okay, fuck Mao Zedong. And then, their relations remained sour after the conflict, despite border talks, which began in 1969 and continued inconclusively for a decade. Domestically, the threat of war caused the border clashes. Inaugurated a new state in the Cultural Revolution that China throughout militarization. Thorough militarization. The Ninth National Congress of the Chinese Communist Party, held in aftermath of the Zhenbao Island incident, confirmed Defense Minister Lin Bao as Mao Zedong's heir apparent. Okay, so it's just some Chinese politics or whatever. Yeah, and then the Soviet Union further increased its forces across this border, and the Mongolian People Republic. All right, that's cool. So yeah, big conflict with Russia and China that almost led to the end of the world. Yeah. All right. Next one, the Yom Kippur War superpower tensions. Any fans of the Yom Kippur? Okay.
God, man. Gotta stop.
You're bound to be a fan of one of these, you know?
Yeah, by pure chance.
By pure chance.
Yeah.
What if you hate all of them? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So the Yom Kippur War, also known as the Ramadan War or October War, began with a surprise invasion of Israeli-occupied territories by a coalition of Arab states, aided by the Soviet Union. Israel successfully countered with the aid of the U.S. So yeah, we've been aiding Israel for a while. Tensions grew between the two superpowers. Americans and Soviet naval forces came close to firing upon each other in the Mediterranean Sea. Zoinks, that's a big sea. Admiral Daniel J. Murphy of the U.S. Sixth Fleet reckoned the chances of Soviet squadron attempting the first strike against his fleet at 40%. I don't like those odds. The Pentagon moved. Yeah. Okay, so the Pentagon moved to.
Let's shoot for 40.
Yeah. The Pentagon moved to DEFCON status from 4 to 3. Okay, so it went down. Or is that good? Is it good if it goes down, or is it bad? I don't know how DEFCONs work.
I think lower numbers would be good, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but it's kind of... What if it's like a Gulf situation? Or, no, wait, I guess the Gulf situation... Whatever. The superpowers have been pushed back to the brink of war, but tensions eased... with the ceasefire brought under UNSC United Space Command 339. Okay, it's a Security Council. Okay, so yeah, it was a big war, another big war. Yeah, and the U.S. helped Israel because of course they did.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Next one, NORAD computer error of 1979. Any NORAD computer error fans out here? Presley, come on.
Come on, Presley, come on. You know you love it.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
So, okay, we're
getting there. I got working back.
Okay. The United States made emergency retaliations preparation after NORAD systems indicated that a full-scale Soviet attack had been launched. So it was basically a computer malfunction. Okay. This is what happens when we trust them pooters.
Them goddamn pooters.
Yeah. No attempt was made to use...
AI's gonna take over everything.
Yeah. No attempt was made to use the Moscow-Washington hotline to clarify the situation. Oh, that's fun. So they didn't even try to use the hotline between the two states, to be like, hey, did you launch an attack on us? And then the Soviet Union would be like, no. Yeah, to clarify the situation with the USSR, and it was not until early warning radar systems confirmed no such launch has been taken place that NORAD realized a computer system test had caused a display of errors. Okay, that's cool. So some ones and zeros almost ended the world. That's fun.
Damn.
Is it?
I mean, look, man, this is all before we were born. I'd preferably like this all to take place before I was born. That way,
or after.
Yeah.
Wait, no, or after I die.
Yeah, or yeah, non-existent in the first place because of nuclear war versus existent in the hellscape that we do. It gets harder to exist every day, is what I'm saying. Yeah, so a senator inside NORAD facility at the time described an atmosphere of absolute panic. A GAO investigation led to the construction of an off-site test facility to prevent similar mistakes. Okay, so they eventually rectified their mistakes. All right, that's good.
Good for them.
Yeah, all right, next one. Soviet radar malfunction in 1983. Any Soviet radar malfunctions? This is one of the most infamous ones. It's also called the 1983 Soviet nuclear false alarm incident. So, yeah, there was a false alarm on the Soviet nuclear or early warning system showing the launch of American missiles from bases in the U.S. and A retaliatory attack was prevented by Stanislav Petrov, 07, who was a Soviet.
That's not a real name, man. I don't
Yeah.
Look, it's his name. Okay, it's Russian. All right.
Stanislav on my knob.
Like,
Shut up, man. Shut up. So
that's pretty funny. Yeah, Soviet Defense Era Force officer who realized the system had simply malfunctioned. So yeah, this one guy prevented a nuclear radiation or nuclear apocalypse. And he died like 2017, so 07 to him. Yeah. 07 to Stanislav on my knob,
insane.
Look, Presley, it's okay. Russia, they were enemies at the time, so it's not like they were people.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going? What the fuck are we talking about anymore?
So, those Russians who died in space, technically no one died in space because they're not people.
They're not human beings anymore because we don't like them.
Yeah. Sorry, my inner Israel came out, but anyway.
You can fucking prove it.
Yeah. All right. Able Archer 83 escalations. Any Able Archer 83 escalations? So this happened the same year as the Soviet function. So Able Archer 83, a 10-day NATO exercise simulating a period of conflict escalation that culminated in a DEFCON 1 nuclear strike. Okay, so DEFCON 1 is the worst one, I guess. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Some members of the Soviet Politburo and armed forces treated the events as a ruse of war, concealing a genuine first strike. In response, the military prepared for a coordinated counterattack by readying nuclear forces and placing air units stationed in the Warsaw Pact states of East Germany and Poland under high alert. However, the state of Soviet preparation for retaliation ceased upon the completion of the Able Archer exercise. Okay, so it's another fucking misunderstanding. I really hate how much of these are just misunderstandings. Yeah, fucking, it's a misinput. Yeah.
God damn it.
Next one, Norwegian rocket incident, 1995. Any Norwegian rocket incident?
Hey, now we're talking.
Okay.
Now we're
talking. We got Presley on board. Woo! Yeah.
Let's go.
So this was the first World War III close call to occur after the Cold War has ended. So it's special in all these close calls. Yeah, it occurred when the Russia's Olenegorsk early warning station. These names are stupid. Accidentally mistook the radar signature from a Black Brant X-12 research rocket being jointly launched by Norwegian and U.S. scientists from Andoya rocket range, appearing to be a radar signature launch of a Triton SLBM missile. In response, Russian President Boris Yeltsin was summoned to and the Chaget nuclear briefcase was activated for the first and only time. Okay, that's fun. However, the High Command was soon be able to determine that the rocket was not entering Russian airspace and promptly aborted plans for combat readiness and retaliation. It was retrospectively determined that while the rocket scientists had informed 30 states, including Russia, about the test launch, the information had not reached Russian radar technicians. Okay, great. More misunderstandings. I really hate this. Man. And notice how it's Russia always assuming that we're... man.
Damn Russians.
Yeah, man.
Why don't they ever misunderstand? You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, man.
You know what? You got a good point.
Why don't
you
they
got a good point.
Why don't they ever mix under? Is that the non-binary version? I don't know.
Probably.
Why don't they understand?
Yeah, that's true. Next one. Incident at Pristina Airport, 1999. Any incident at Pristina Airport fans?
No, that's my least favorite one.
Okay, we lost Presley. Fuck.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks, shit.
on the 12th of June, 1999, the day following the end of the Kosovo War, it was like another war we were in at some point,
I don't even a little bit give a shit, dude.
Okay, some 250 Russian peacekeepers occupied the Pristina International Airport ahead of the arrival of NATO troops and were secure at the arrival of reinforcement by air. American NATO Supreme Allied Commander, European General. Jeez, man, pick a different fucking pick a shorter title, please. Wesley Clark, especially for a name like Wesley. Fucking. Ordered the use of force against Russia. Okay, this time it's Europe, I guess. Or it's American NATO, so it's this time we did it. I guess. Okay. And then okay.
We're bound to do something.
Yeah, Mike Jackson, a British Army general who contacted, probably not related to Michael Jackson, but
I was gonna say,
Yeah, man.
yeah, he contacted the Russians during the incident, and he said, please don't blow up the.
Okay.
he would say that too. I believe that.
Yeah. Refused to enforce Clark's orders, famously telling him, "I'm not going to start the Third World War for you." Okay, that's pretty based. Captain James Blunt, I'm assuming... Oh, is it actually the singer? What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Wait, he... Oh my god, it was the singer! What the fuck?
Michael Jackson?
No.
That's crazy.
No. No, James Blunt. Do you know James Blunt? He's the one who's saying, "You're beautiful."
I don't, but that's okay.
You're beautiful. You don't... Okay, whatever.
Vaguely?
He's like, I didn't know he was a fucking... I didn't know he was a...
He almost caused World War III.
No. No, he was
Oh,
just...
what an asshole.
No. No, that's not what happened. He was the lead officer at the front of the NATO column in the direct armed standoff against the Russia, received the destroy orders from Clark over the radio, but he followed Jackson's order to encircle the airfield instead, and later said in an interview that even without Jackson's intervention, he would have refused to follow Clark's order. Oh my god, James Blunt saved the world. That's crazy.
Bro, that's awesome.
I didn't know he was...
And
he called me beautiful. Oh my god.
Bro, like shit, marry me right now. Damn.
And
Yeah,
I saw
this guy-
your face in a crowded war zone. Thanks, James Blunt, for not ending the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and this is the last one on the historical close calls. But yeah, so shoot down of Sukhoi bomber in 2015. Any?
Yeah. I'm sorry, 2015?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I didn't know about this. So, let's see. So, November 24th, 2015, at the border between Turkey and Syria, the Turkish Air Force shot down a Russian Sukhoi attack aircraft. The Turks claimed that the aircraft violated Turkish airspace, a claim denied by the Russians. The plane was in the region as a part of the Russian military intervention in the Syrian civil war, in which Turkey supported opposing forces. The incident was the first destruction of a Russian or Soviet Air Force's warplane by NATO members since the attack on the Sukhoi Dam during the Korean War. Okay, the incident led to numerous media and individuals commentating that it could have sparked and escalated into a world war. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was 2015, man. Fucking
Yeah.
Fucking the Rise of, the Force Awakens didn't even come out at that point. That's damn.
Yeah, well, don't worry, guys. I wouldn't have let that happen, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, what are you, Mark Wahlberg? If I was on that plane, it would have gone down differently. Fucking on term. And then we have a current potential flashpoint. It's the Russian invasion of Ukraine that's still going on. That's the potential flashpoint. You know, it could escalate. Yeah. The point is, war is inevitable.
Yeah.
It's just war. The point is, war never changes.
Dude, this is really a Fallout moment.
I think it's important to look back at history and see how close it was to nothing meaning anything. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a grace in, you know, the fact that everything could have ended in a moment's notice. I feel like there's like I bet some like history writers they probably have, but they could like make a, like an alternate history version of each of these incidents, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's historical close calls by World War III iceberg, or not iceberg.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The World War III iceberg is wild.
World War III iceberg. They're probably, someone needs to make that. That'd be lit. I'd listen to that at work. Yeah. What did we learn here today? I guess. We learned that Presley was not we learned that Presley was not a fan of most of these incidents, except for the Norwegian rocket one. He really liked that one.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. We learned Jeff was very much a fan of most of the incidents.
Yeah, some of them were a little, they insisted upon themselves, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. And we got this episode to over an hour, so that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's about it for this episode of the Justice Cities podcast. If you like this episode, give comments, subscribe, and tell us which women would you send into space next? I think we should send Hillary Clinton.
We should send Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, hang on, wait, Hillary Clinton, like Pokemon Go to the space.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. What did you think of the content cop? Is iDubbbz past his prime? Is he is he unk status? I guess. Yeah.
Josh, man, don't.
Is the
Whatever,
Pope
man.
is the Pope unk status?
The Pope is dead, Josh. The Pope is dead.
What did you think about the Mario Kart World Direct, and what do you think about the World War III Direct? Yeah.
Are you excited for World War III?
Yeah, man.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Follow us all in the description below, and goodbye, everyone, and good riddance. Bye.
Bye.